Farm. Family. Community. This is Midwest Farm Weekly.
Good morning, I'm Elaine Wells and welcome to Midwest Farm Weekly. In your news headlines this week, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers announced his plans to invest more than $80 million through his 2025-27 executive budget. That will fully be introduced later this month, but these dollars are aimed at supporting Wisconsin farmers. He outlined priority projects, including promoting producer-led conservation efforts. Clean water and combating food insecurity are also major components of his budget plan. The proposal would also double the current funding for the farmer mental health support initiatives through DATCAP's Farmer Wellness Program. They provide a 24/7 crisis helpline, counselor vouchers, and virtual counseling services for farmers and their families. The governor also highlighted truth in labeling protections for milk and dairy products to prohibit advertising or labeling products as milk or dairy unless that product is made from a cow or another mammal's milk. This budget will also increase funding for the Something Special from Wisconsin program to help promote buying and selling locally made produced products.
Additionally, we have done, as we have done in prior budgets, we'll be continuing to support the very popular meat and dairy processor grant programs, as well as the meat talent program, to not only help tackle the supply chain issues we're facing, but also address our state's long-standing workforce challenges. And on top of that, we're going to continue supporting Wisconsin Initiative for Ag Exports with more than $170,000 in funding for that successful program. Since we created and launched that program, Wisconsin now ranks 11th in exports, up from 13th in 2021.
And you can read more about this full budget proposal and how it relates to agriculture in the Midwest Farm section of wearegreenbay.com. Farmers can chat with lawmakers during the upcoming Ag Day at the Capitol. It will be held March 26 at the Monona Terrace in Madison. This event is the largest gathering of farmers from across the state, representing a variety of farm groups to learn more about issues impacting Wisconsin agriculture and that chance to meet with their state legislators. In addition to policy briefings and those legislator meetings, there's a new agriculture showcase happening in the 100 block of MLK Boulevard. It's going to be open to the public for educational features. It includes farm equipment, dairy calves, free cheese samples, and much more. We have all of the registration details in the Midwest Farm section of wearegreenbay.com. Many of America's farmers already feeling a pinch are now worried about the possibility of more challenges. That is because President Trump is threatening to deport millions of undocumented immigrants. That's certainly creating some uncertainty about the future of the workforce.
It takes a lot of hands to hand harvest fruits and vegetables.
Talk to any farmer and they'll tell you it's difficult work.
This is a 24-hour job. So I need people who are willing to work in shifts at different times of the day.
But it's hard to find those people.
Yeah.
American farms are on the decline. There was a 7% drop in farms from 2017 to 2022, according to the USDA. That's about 142,000 fewer farms in just 5 years. These days, farmers are up against bird flu outbreaks, higher costs for feed and fertilizer, and climate change. But their livelihoods depend on a reliable workforce. And now they're concerned about how President Trump's campaign promise to launch the largest deportation effort in American history will play out. About 2/3 of crop workers are foreign-born. And while many come to the U.S. for seasonal jobs legally through H-2A visas, the USDA estimates that 42% of crop laborers are undocumented. New Jersey farmer Kurt Alstead says his workers are all legally authorized, but he's watching closely to see what Trump does next.
When we talk about the ripple effects of a potential mass deportation, labor is already hard enough to find as is. Could it be even more difficult to find across the board if that does happen?
Well, there's no question in the United States we have a shrinking workforce. Anything that happens from a policy standpoint that reduces people in our workforce is going to make it very difficult for industry, and certainly for agriculture. We would be in big trouble if we lost workforce.
The labor union, United Farm Workers, has already seen an uptick in migrants asking for help.
The threats are scary. But at the same time, farm workers more than anyone understand the reality that without them, this work is not going to get done.
And fewer workers could mean less homegrown produce, according to University of Montana economist Diane Charlton.
But will consumers see higher prices if there are these mass deportations?
Maybe to a certain extent, consumers might not see a really big impact in the grocery stores, but there will be less domestically grown fruits and vegetables.
Does that mean more farms could go belly up?
Definitely.
Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
It is still, of course, unclear exactly how this mass deportation plan would affect farm workers. CBS News reached out to the Trump administration, which reiterated the president's commitment to, quote, deporting migrant criminals. Still to come on Midwest Farm Weekly, growing hoppiness. A new farming project is helping boost mental health.
Jeremy Hansen here from Fox Valley Technical College for Life on the Farm. And joining me today is Carl Harpstead. Carl, thank you so much for your time today. Carl, we're at an event today and you work with Midwestern BioAg, correct? Mm-hmm. That's a name that's been around the industry for a long time. Could you just give me an overview? What is Midwestern BioAg?
Well, it started as a company that one of our founders, Gary Zimmer, really wanted to have products that agreed with what he had found in soil, that if you keep the microbiology growing and excited, you can actually get more out of your nutrients. Soil just will deliver more and actually is more efficient.
And some of the philosophy of Midwestern BioAg is to promote plant health and not do more harm than good necessarily.
Absolutely. There are a lot of things we have to do bad. Some people use tillage, some people use a lot. You have to do that, or you have to maybe use herbicides or insecticides sometimes. But if you can keep the biology very active, a lot of those things, certainly insecticides, your plants will make more complex sugars and bugs can't eat them.
Right. And so with Midwestern BioAg, Carl, what are some of the things you're pushing in this winter here?
Well, one of our oldest products that's still kind of an oldie but goodie is BioCal, and that's we process calcium carbonate and basically make it so that it's fertilizer grade calcium dry product. There are really very few fertilizer grade calciums in the world. Calcium not only helps the microbiology. We find tremendous results. It brings a lot of nutrients into soil that are beyond calcium.
What's one of the newer products that you're talking about today?
TerraNew, that's one thing that we've been doing, basically invented the process of taking digested cow manure. So it's gone through a digester at a large dairy, and then we take that and process it and take your fertilizers that we use and grind them super fine and then bake them. We bake that fertilizer into the digested cow manure, make it into a granule that's easy to work with for farmers. It kind of skips a step. It's not even fair to call it a fertilizer because it really skips a step in breakdown, because the soil microbiology will take it up much easier than they will a mineral fertilizer that hasn't been combined. They like carbon. That's what biology eats. This is fertilizer baked into carbon. They take it up, and it's immediately very hard to be lost to the environment. That's the biggest part about fertilizers. We use a lot more fertilizer than the soil really needs because we lose so much of it. It gets bound up or floats away or goes down or sideways. And we believe that once it's sequestered into the microbiology, it's going to be there. And if you can promote more microbiology, you can promote more nutrients.
So Carl, thank you so much for the quick lesson on soil biology here today. And it was a great event we were at today, so it was really nice seeing you. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So for Life on the Farm, I'm Jeremy Hansen.
All right, on to weather we go, and we just want to recap some of these snow numbers so far this winter. It's been very, very meager. You can see we're sitting at about 15 or so inches here in the Green Bay, Fox River Valley areas, but we're down even more than that, so not even meeting 50% of our seasonal averages. And you can see these deficits on snow all around, really, the state of Wisconsin, even the upper Midwest. Marquette, Michigan, this is kind of big. 40 inches down for snow because of the lack of consistent lake effect snow up there. Pierre, South Dakota, over a foot down. So we need some snowpack. We need some moisture to get back here as we make our way through winter, obviously, and getting into spring. And the snowpack has been lacking. We've been calling it a snow hole around the western Great Lakes and upper Midwest. A little bit of snowpack down now across the northern tier of the upper Midwest, and we do have some systems coming through. In fact, right now, as we head through this weekend, we do have a system moving through that's going to bring a little bit of snow, at least eating into some of those deficits, but nothing that's going to be real substantial here in the near term. So this is a forecast projection over the next 10 days, and all of a sudden we do get a snowier snow track. One setting up across the central portion of the plains and then into the Ohio Valley, and then there's going to be another one cutting across the upper Midwest, including the Dakotas, Minnesota, portions of Wisconsin, and then over into the central Great Lakes. So this is good news after a very, very slow start to our snow season. It does look like it's going to begin to pick up as we head in time, or at least over the next week or two. In terms of our temperatures, well, behind the snow, typically you get cold, and that's what we're anticipating really for much of the upcoming week. We are expecting below average temperatures. In fact, as we head into the middle portion of the upcoming week, we'll likely have temperatures running about 20 degrees in some cases below average, especially when you consider the wind chill. Precipitation outlook, some improvement here as well. Western Great Lakes, upper Midwest, trending slightly above average, which is good news as well. Overall, though, a lot of winter to go, and we'll continue to track the very latest for you right here on Midwest Farm Weekly. We have more coming up right after this.
Welcome back. At the recent Outstanding Young Farmer Awards in Wisconsin, a couple from De Pere was named first runner-up. Here's a peek into the operation that the judges awarded high scores for progress, conservation, and community impact. Adam Vanden Wy-Mellenberg and wife Marie grew up on their family's hobby farm, but Adam always dreamed of his own dairy farm. At age 13, he began milking cows for a neighbor. After spending more than a decade helping out on that farm, he worked for a larger dairy. He credits both families for their mentorship and encouragement as he started his own dairy. After months of preparation, Adam brought 65 cows home on January 1st, 2016. In 2018, just before purchasing the De Pere, Wisconsin farm, the Vanden Wy-Mellenbergs lost their milk market. The next year, an incredible amount of rain delayed barn expansion construction and affected crops and field conditions, but they persevered. The dairy has grown to 280 cows. Adam's long-term goal is to build the herd to 500 to 1,000 cows. For more than 12 years, Adam has attended the winter farm class through Northeast Wisconsin Technical College to stay current on modern practices and technologies. Facilities and equipment upgrades are on a steady upward trajectory. The dairy advanced from a 60-head tie stall barn to a retrofitted swing 10 parlor with automatic takeoffs and a freestall barn. They renovated the tie stall barn into a dry cow barn and utilized usable farmland for pasture. They also expanded the manure pit to accommodate the growing herd and installed a more efficient manure pump. Finally, they maximized cow comfort with a tunnel-ventilated freestall barn featuring deep-bedded sand. Adam also seeks ways to prevent soil erosion, transitioning to no-till in most fields. He maintains grass waterways and plans to install an irrigation system utilizing surface water from manure storage to irrigate nearby fields. He credits neighbors and friends with providing encouragement, advice, and quality feed until he was able to raise his own feed. Adam also credits Marie for her support and encouragement. Marie is an emergency room trauma nurse by trade, having worked for the last 12 years at St. Vincent Hospital in Green Bay. She has also taken on many roles around the farm, including milking, feeding calves, scheduling, accounting, HR manager, and payroll. She left her full-time job in the ER after their third child arrived and is now a PRN working 30 hours a month in the ER. Last year, Marie began a farm foods store. Her goal is to sell local goods such as honey, maple syrup, eggs, bottled milk, and beef. She and Adam also plan to include hands-on learning through educational experiences. While Adam promotes agriculture at every opportunity, Marie has become a spokesperson for agriculture through social media and hosting field trips and tours through Brown County Dairy Promotions and with 4-H groups. For the last 2 years, she has been part of a project through Ohio State University focusing on childcare and the challenges farms face in rural communities. Marie focuses on the local community and dairy promotion, and she has taken on many roles through their church. She has been the coordinator for the Sunday school curriculum for the last 2 years and started teaching CCD classes. Adam has been a member of the Greenlee Volunteer Fire Department for the last 18 years, serving as the coordinator of the fire department's park and hall rentals. In 2024, he began term as board secretary. The couple has 4 children: Ezra, 6, Mabel, age 5, Oscar, 3, and Ruby is 2. Congratulations to their entire family. When it comes to mental health, nursing home residents over in Britain are taking a glass half full approach, a pint glass in this case. They're harvesting hops for beer to boost their well-being. CBS's Tina Kraus reports from London.
Adding hops into beer is kind of like making the perfect cup of tea.
This is the day these seniors have been waiting for, visiting their local brewery in Bristol, England, to learn how hearty hops help brew the best beer.
Oh, well, that was interesting. It really was.
They've spent months growing hops in the gardens of their care homes, taking part in the Hoppiness Project, getting their hands dirty and enjoying a pint in the process.
Everything is different for everyone. It might be the smell of like rubbing your hands through compost, potting up hop cuttings, good therapeutic tool all around.
We had one lady who couldn't see, so just being around the people and smelling the hops, it was really great.
And this beer is the result of their bumper hop harvest, aptly named Backyard Bounty.
What do you make of your beer, Sylvia? Well, it's not as good as Northern beer, but it's fine.
While Sylvia Crowther says she wouldn't necessarily order it at a bar.
No, I like my gin and tonic.
Pubs across the UK will soon start selling the pale ale to raise awareness about dementia and revive treasured times for seniors.
Connecting them to something that they've always done in the past, drinking, that they might not be doing in care homes now.
The Hoppiness Project is part of new research into improving older people's lives, something these gardening gurus are happy to toast to. Cheers! Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
I think they're boosting our mood right along with it. Residents say growing hops has helped improve their memory and boost their mood. The Hoppiness Project is running in a handful of care homes now, and they have plans to expand in the year ahead. Welcome back. If you haven't had breakfast, here's your warning. We're about to make you pretty hungry. Nicole Paulo is a member of the Eastern Wisconsin Beef Producers and Promoters, here with details on their annual Stakeout event. Nice to see you, Nicole.
Nice to meet you also.
So what happens at a stakeout?
We just get together and we have a steak buffet and all the trimmings that go with it. Yeah. We do raffles with 50-50, just regular bucket raffles, and all kinds of fun things. So get together with other beef people.
Share stories, do some networking, but it's a fundraiser too. Talk about why that's important.
We try to encourage the kids in the eastern part of the Wisconsin to just get together and expand the horizons of beef.
Get the next generation involved. You do that through some scholarships?
Yep, we do scholarships for the seniors in high school, and then we do a grant program for 3rd through 5th, the 6th through 8th, and then the seniors in high school, or the high school age group.
Talk about your connection to the beef industry.
I live on a farm since I was 16, so we raise Maine and Jew beef cattle, and we have about a 30 head herd right now.
Wonderful.
We were up to like 80, but we cut back.
Yeah, it's a lot of work year round, that's for sure. Why is it important for people to attend an event like this?
We try to raise money to promote the beef industry in any way that we can.
And it's good, tasty food.
Yes, you get ribeyes, and then the other things that you just to get out and talk to other people on what they're doing in their industries and
Absolutely.
on their farms. And
guys, listen up. This might make a decent Valentine's dinner for you and someone in your life. If you're looking to reserve your seat, you can do that by connecting with Nicole. We'll have all of the details on our website. The Stakeout event is February 15th. It takes place in Kohler. As mentioned, head to our website for full details. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for spending part of it with us.